Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. All right. Welcome to the upper room, ladies and gentlemen, whoever is lurking in the comments. My name is Pete Swagger, your chief procrastinator. Oh, my God. I've been trying to get this podcast or show off the road for nearly half a decade, to be honest with you. You know, I think I've gone through at least three finance ministers since the first time I actually in, conceived the idea. Thank you for coming through. If you're in the comments, holla at you, boy. Yeah. So here's the thing. I got my show notes here. Um, Before we proceed, I want to do a couple of shout outs. Shout out to the Mo Croc Show. You guys inspired me to do this. Yeah, here we go. It's on now. Uh, Gavin, appreciate you, brother. Had a call with you earlier. Yeah, thank you for pitching up. I see there's maybe 5 people. Let me do this. I'll do this. I'm going to turn on the comments. Hey, Chantal. Good to see ya. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn this on. So you guys are going to have to bear with me. I'm trying to figure this out. So we are, yeah, I'm going to maybe flounder a little bit. Yeah, but I got my show notes. I'm going to be copacetic and on point. What's going on? Hey, 1044. What's going on, folks? Thank you so much for showing up. Yeah. Let me do this. Tell me if you hear this, all right? Give me a thumbs up in the comments if you hear this. That one's for you. Can you hear that? All right, cool. So, guys, I got my notes here. See, here's what I want to talk about. Happy Sunday, by the way. I know a lot of you are usually braaiing at this time. A lot of you are people with families and stuff. Congratulations. I know Gavin couldn't make it. Little birthday party for the little one. All right, Uncle Gav, do your thing. But yeah, so thank you for joining me. So one of the things I wanted to talk about 1999 in terms of cinema. I'm getting into it. Let's just get into it. Enough formalities. Get out of town. I want to talk about 1999 in terms of cinematic history. Such an important year. There was a lot of things happening globally. This is pre-social media, way pre-social media. This was around the time when society was transitioning from the old world of doing things into the digital way that we live now and we take so for granted. Yeah, and so there were a couple of films and shows that came out at that time that reflected that so accurately. And I want to sort of go through some of them. We're going to be watching some trailers. And I know for a fact, you guys over 40, and also you guys over 30 are going to, kind of appreciate some of this shit. All right, you old motherfuckers. Yeah, sorry. I swore. This is the upper room. We smoke cigars and we talk real shit over here. Okay? Grown man stuff. Right. So, okay, let's get into it. So, first of all, I want to show you guys the top 10, a list of the top 10 grossing films from 1999. And I'm going to go through why that year was very important in terms of cinema and why. Okay. So, let me do this. Okay, here we go. Boom. All right. So the first, this is the list of the top 10 grossing films. Of course, number one, we've got the Star Wars Episode 1. Of course, Star Wars. $1 trillion or some shit like this. But as you look at the list, this is now the top grossing films. This is not the cultural impact. Hey, what's up? All right. Okay, well, 1040. I see you. Distant memory? It better not. Hey, what's up, Kevin? Good to see you again, brother. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, we're just going through like the top 10 grossing films of 1999 and its importance. Here we go. Let me no, no, let me largen this. Let me largen this. What's up, guys? How's it? So, just looking at that list already, this is just the numbers, right? The money makers of that year. Hey, Debbie, how's it? Good to see ya. Oh, hey, thanks for joining. We're just going through this list. Let me go. Let me move on. Already, top 9. You can already see some heavy hitters, right? You got The Sixth Sense. I mean, who alive? Who do you know? Who do you know does not know how to quote Haley Joel's Osment? Okay, yeah, we'll get through that. We'll get through that. We'll watch the trailer just now. The Matrix. I mean, do I even need to say shit? Do I even need to say shit? The Matrix. And then we've got some obscure ones. I'm gonna go down the list. The Mummy. Now I don't know. Look, I'm assuming that the majority of the audience watching right now, you guys are old, right? So you wouldn't know who an actor by the name of Arnold Vosloo, born in Pretoria. He was the Mummy. He was the Mummy. Actually, you know what? I don't have that trailer laced up, but we'll watch the trailer. I want to see. Yeah, I want to watch the Mummy. So anyway, so basically, what I'm trying to say at the bottom of the list over here, you see the Blair Witch Project. Now, the significance about the Blair Witch Project is that it spawned off an entire subgenre in horror. All right, and I don't know if you guys tell me in the comments if you've seen the movie called Paranormal Activity, kind of inspired by the Blair Witch Project. And the significance of this movie, we'll get into it. Actually, you know what? Let's move on. Let's move. You know what? Let's move on. Let's move on. All right. So either way, I wanted to show you the top 10 list of that year and the types of movies, just by numbers, have had a significant cultural impact on what we are experiencing now. Anyway. All right. So, hey, Debbie. Kind of makes you think, right? Yeah, we'll get into it. Debbie, you're getting ahead of me. You're getting ahead of me. All right. Okay. So we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. So I got a whole slide. I got a whole goddamn slide. Thanks for joining me, guys. So here we go. All right. Let me look at my notes here. Okay. So I think I've covered a lot of what was going on. So here's some key things to understand about 1999, especially for you kids. Like I said, it was the transition between the old era into the digital era. You know, Napster was happening. I mean, Netflix, before Netflix was Netflix, they were a blockbuster DVD rental spot. That was changing, right? So it afforded young artists and filmmakers to take risks, right? And some of the risks paid off. We're gonna go through some trailers now, and we're just gonna talk about the cultural impact and also how badass some of the shit was. Some of the shit was just bad. Huh? Okay. There we go. Let me just lace this up. I hope I don't get canceled or nothing like this, you know. Yeah, what's up, Hassan? Yes, absolutely. Exactly. Right? It was made on a budget. You're getting ahead of the game, Hassan. You're getting ahead of the game. Okay, we're gonna go through the trailer. We're gonna just talk details there. Save your comments, big dog. Save the comments. Thanks for joining. Hit like and subscribe. Let me do that YouTuber thing. Beep, 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 beep. All right, here we go. So here we go. Let me do this. Let's go ahead and watch the trailer to The Matrix. Whew, I hope I don't get canceled. Shit. Here we go. Let me just lace this thing up. Let's do the layup. Nope, that's not it. That's not the one. Let me do a side by side. Sorry, folks. I'm trying to figure this shit out. So I gotta stop sharing. Here we go. Stop sharing screen. Share that other shit. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Bravissimo. Okay, cool. So, folks. No, let me do this. I don't want to. Right? Let's not get it twisted. Here we go. So, The Matrix. We're gonna go through why this movie was such a. No.
Have you ever had a dream, Neo, that you were so sure was real?
Wait a second. Yeah, there you
What
go.
if you were unable to wake from that dream? How would you know the difference between the dream world
Boom, there you go.
and the real world?
Now, one of the things about that particular sentence, how do you know the difference between the dream world and the real world? Now, if you consider the context upon which this movie was coming out, like I said, there was a transition between the old world into the digital world. And so in many philosophical levels, this movie just hit. And I think this is why, even up till today, we are still quoting this damn movie, eh? I even have the same haircut as Morpheus. Not by choice. It's a biological something. All right, let's keep it moving.
How would you know the difference between the dream world and the real world?
What is happening to me?
The answer is out there, Neo. It's the question that drives us.
What is the Matrix?
The Matrix.
So there was and I think this is sort of indicative of subculture, youth culture, sort of rebelliousness, questioning authority, and also digging deep, right? Like, know thyself. One of the biggest lessons from this movie was know thyself. Neo, are you the one? Pretty powerful lesson for young people, and at that time it just hit. It just made sense. Also,
Matrix is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
What truth?
They're watching you, Neo.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Perspective. Kevin, you got it, right? Perspective, right? As they when you plug into the Matrix, as is canon, you get to choose how you reflect, right? It's pretty much exactly how we do things now. I got a YouTube channel. Holy shit. What am I, Tyrone Carpel? Now, so this version of me is very much curated, right? It's pretty much the same as what the Matrix is. Yeah, Kevin, you're a smart motherfucker. That's right. Let's get it.
Human beings are a disease. You are a cancer of this planet. And we...
Yeah, that's that leftist sentiment. Human beings are the disease. That's why he's such a good bad guy. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Human beings are... Man, Hugo Weaving nailed this role. Man, woo!
are the cure.
Get me the hell out of here!
Badass.
To the real world.
Yeah, so as a young person, you're facing an ever-changing world, and here comes this guy who says, "Hey, welcome to the real world. This is what you've been fed. This is the truth. Make a choice. Whoo! Goddamn. Hey? Hey, we got a VIP in the corner. Let me pause the show for a second. I gotta acknowledge an OG over here. What's up, big dog? The mighty Mork Rock champion. Yeah, thanks for inspiring me to do this, man. Man, I got show notes and everything. So, but we watching 1999 movies. Yeah, we're getting into the nitty gritty of the classics. All right, these kids gotta learn. Proper cinema. Let's get into it. Whoa, wait, hey. I don't want to get canceled. The music. Can we talk about the soundtrack to this flippin' movie? Look, I know a lot of my friends in the chat are metalheads. My brother's a metalhead. I'm a bit of a metalhead myself, but there was this blend, industrial rock with sort of fusion of tech. Just different. It really hit. And I think this is way before who are these new school dudes? Steve Aoki and shit like that. But the soundtrack was so inspirational.
So you're here to save the world. So what do you need? Guns. Lots of guns.
No one has ever done anything like this.
That's why it's going to work. Buckle your seatbelt, Dorothy. Because Kansas is going bye-bye.
Hold a second. I want to make a comment on something. So around this time, where's Dr. Sean? Oh, Dr. Sean. Okay, here we go. Hey, 1044. So I want to make a point here. So around this time, the trailer voice guy was not being used, right? Like maybe 5 years prior to this, to 99, we always had the trailer voice guy. One man, one desire. Yeah. So in these series of movies, the trailer voice guy is not even there. So a lot of it was visual. And also, you got to add, this was pre-social media. There was no spoilers. Like there was no spoiler alert. That's a new thing. That's a new concept. So when you saw this trailer, you were like, what in the hell is going on? What is this? What is this? Keanu? What are you doing over here, Keanu? You do Kung Fu?
Dorothy. Because Kansas is going bye-bye.
Yo, dude. And by the way, yeah, thank you. Hit like and subscribe. Thanks, Debbie. I appreciate you. Yeah, hit like and subscribe. Come on now. Let's have some fun. Hey, who is this? Who is that? Hey, what up? What up? Hey, welcome. We're talking cinema. Over here. Pull up. Anyway, so I wanted to make another point about Keanu Reeves at this point in time, right? At this point in his career, he was doing romantic comedies and shit like this. You know, I think Wesley Snipes just kicked his ass in Speed or something. I don't know. Yeah, him and Sandra Bullock had their hey, but he took a chance on this movie. And no, I remember, because I grew up with Kung Fu films. I know what a badass is. Give me some Bruce Lee, some Jet Li. And I was like, Keanu Reeves? Really? Come on, man. Hey, really, Keanu Reeves, you're a badass Kung Fu dude? And then when I saw what the hell was going on, especially a lot of these scenes, the opening scene, I was like, oh shit, okay. I'm a believer. So, you know, so this movie actually meant really, it was quite important for Keanu Reeves' career. I don't think we would have ever had John Wick without Neo, Mr. Anderson. Let's keep it moving. Yeah. You okay? So Mork says here. Thanks for joining up, Mork. Bro, I remember going to the cinema, never seeing a trailer for The Matrix, and only saw post. Yeah, same year. I was like, what is this? Yeah, man, what a treat! Imagine what a treat. You bring a good point here. Actually, in my notes, Mork, you bring a good point. Uh, the cinematic magic, right? And I'm not trying to be old nostalgic. Oh, back in my day, well, we used to have fax machines. Now, no. What I'm trying to say is that it's just the wonder and whimsy, right? Like, I'm gonna spend the next 3 hours getting lost into this thing. I don't know, but it looks interesting. Boom. And then you get pleasantly surprised. Woo! What a beauty. Okay, well let's finish this. Yeah, Mork, you're right, man. Old man. Let's keep it moving. Hold on a second. I got to say something about how beautiful the movie is, right? I'm talking about the original Matrix, how visually brilliant it was. One of my favorite YouTube channels, shout out to them, Every Frame a Painting. Every Frame a Painting. There you go. That's cinema. Yeah, it's laced with gravitas and ethos, right? Like you can rewatch it and you will learn something new every time. And it wasn't even made on like a 300 and half a freaking $1 billion. No. It was considered. Every frame a painting. It was intentful. It was an artistic endeavor. Nobody was asking for the Matrix. Nobody was asking for it, but they gave it to us. Now we can't. At least I can't. I can't get enough. God damn. All right. Look, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting a little too passionate. But these are the points that I wanted to make about the Matrix. We got a couple of trailers to go through. The Matrix was made by the Wachowski. I knew them as the Wachowski brothers back in the biz D-Day. YouTube, please don't. I'm just stating fact. I know. Hey, I accept. I get it. Hey. But when I was back in the day, they were breezies. But hey, thank you, Wachowski sisters. Yeah, and also Don Davis on the soundtrack. Don Davis, what a anyway, Club to Death. All right, let's check the comments. More, you better not. I already got a YouTube strike. Yeah, the first Matrix movie was iconic, and it was very important in my life because of the philosophical implications. One of the things that I took out of the Matrix was the lesson of know thyself, right? Duty, selflessness, and it was really important for me because I was around 20 years old, 19 years old, trying this ever-changing world. Like I mentioned, the world is shifting, and it was really pretty cool to see a stylized version of a modus operandi, a perspective on life. And yeah, The Matrix, of course, could talk about it forever. Let's move on. By the way, Can you tell me something in the comments? How's my levels? Blah blah blah. Any ideas? 1044. Appreciate the comment. This is more of a conversation, rather. A bit of a back and forth. I hope to set up some sort of leaderboard or some shit like this. All right, cool. Let's move on. So, trailer number 2. I think you guys are gonna love this one. Trailer number 2. Let me get my orange juice over here. Trailer number 2 is a movie called Office Space. Office Space. Now, in the comments, if you know what this movie is, just let me know in the comments, because once again, if you're an old MFer, I think you know this movie. It's one of my favorite movies. It was made by a director called Mike Judge. He wrote and directed it. Mike Judge is the same guy that made Beavis and Butthead. Mork, I know you like it. I know you like Beavis and Butthead. You and Darts Sean sometimes remind me of Beavis and Butthead. You guys are my favorite buddy cop show, you sons of bitches. Anyway, so all right, so Mike Judge and Jennifer Aniston is in this. Actor Gary Cole, R.I.P. to him, the short dude. But anyway, let's watch the trailer, and we'll just talk through why it's also another important movie from that era. There we go. Let me just do this. Stop sharing. Do I share this? There we go. The Office. Thanks for being patient, chaps and chapinos, chapistas. Orale. Here we go. So, oh shit, I should probably add this to the stage, right? Boom. There we go. Oh, printer violence, Hassan. You get it. Hold on a second. There you go. Opening scene. Oh,
From
yeah.
Mike Judge, creator of Beavis and Butthead and co-creator of King of the Hill, comes a...
There you go. The trailer voice. You guys hear it? Creator Mike Judge from creator Mike Judge. I always thought, does the trailer voice guy, he passed away actually a couple of years ago. The trailer voice guy, how does he order a pizza? Okay, he phones Uber Eats. I would like extra pepperoni. One man, one desire. Extra cheese. Bruce Willis. In a journey. All right. Okay.
movie about people who go to work. Who are part of a team.
And remember, next Friday is Hawaiian.
So, look. Okay. All right. Let me set this up. In South Africa, we have high unemployment. Okay? I've said that. Now, for those of you who have been employed, worked in corporate, right? Yeah, this is your movie. So once again, at the time of this movie coming out, transitioning culture, work culture was actually also shifting, right? And so there was a more of a digital focus. There was like corporate angst. It still exists. I worked in corporate for many years. Yeah, it's a motherfucker. But I don't know what it is about this movie, but he got it. Mike Judge got it. Especially that scene where they fucking up their printer. Woo! You get it, Hassan. All right, let's keep it moving.
Shirt day.
Okay, if I could set the building on fire.
Who respect their boss.
We need to talk about your flair.
Well, I have 15 pieces on.
15 is the minimum. Brian, for example, has
You guys
37.
remember Jennifer
Well, I have
Aniston?
15.
This is old school Jennifer Aniston. You remember? Yeah. Oh, Jenny from the block. Jenny from the block. Yeah, when
15 pieces on.
15
really
is
doing
the
good
minimum.
work.
Brian, for example, has
I don't know about these days,
37 pieces of flair on today. And a terrific smile.
And need to escape.
I don't like my job, and I don't think I'm gonna go anymore.
Oh my god!
One of these.
Oh my god! See that? There you go. That's actually a great capture. The frustration of, like, you know, you're at work and it's almost the system is trying to fuck with you. You know, the things in place, like, well, why are we doing this? Why am I dealing with this? I sat through traffic for this? No. Ooh. Look, I think one of the lessons from this movie is the timeless angst. I don't think the coal miners in the 1800s were going, yeah, I love whoop-de-doo-doo-doo-doo. They weren't doing that. And so this movie reflected that in a modern sense. It's actually pretty cool. There you go. Yeah. One of my favorite scenes, Hassan, don't get fired from Men's Magazine. Don't you get fired from Men's Magazine job. Yeah, it's not a good look, bro. What are you going to move on from? Okay, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. I can get too excitable. Your chief procrastinator.
I just kicked this piece of.
I'm thinking now it might be more fun to just get fired. And I've always wondered what that would take.
Listen.
This is one of the things that you know, when you watch cinema, you want to escape. It's a visceral form of escapism, you know. And so this character, I'm sorry, I forget his name, but when he decided, you know what, I don't give a fuck anymore. You know what, I don't give a fuck anymore. That's that escapism. A lot of us wish we could not give a fuck anymore. Just like him. This is beautiful. I love this. It's one of the reasons I love this film. All right.
Well, it looks like you've been missing quite a bit of work lately.
Well, I wouldn't say I've been missing it, Bob.
That's just a straight shooter with upper management written all over him.
We're going to be getting rid of these people here. Mr. Samir.
Oh my God. So I got to say this.
Not going to work here anymore.
All right. So some of my favorite douchebags in cinematic history. Let me add that. Cinematic history is this guy. These two dudes. Hang on, let me just go back to it. That guy, this motherfucker with the TPS reports. I'm sorry, but it's appropriate with the TPS reports. And then the other guy, who's the other guy? That dude. And by the way, shit.
Well, it looks like you've been missing quite a bit of work lately.
There we go. That actor, he was in Scrubs. There we go. That's him. That's him over there. He is in Scrubs, right? He's one of my favorite actors, and also he plays a douchebag really well. Anyway, let's keep it moving.
Bit of work lately.
Well, I wouldn't say I've been
A
missing
couple
it,
more
Bob.
trailers.
That's just a straight shooter.
And by the way, guys, if you got any suggestions on any other trailers, drop a link in the comment. Let's talk. This is a conversation. I know I'm rambling. I got my notes, hey, but let's talk. You wanna review a trailer? Let's do it. I got a Discord. I should probably drop a link somewhere, but yeah, I don't know how to do it. I don't have a Darth Sean helping me out with my thug fizzle. All right, let's keep it moving.
With upper management written all over him.
We're going to be getting rid of these people here. Mr. Samir. Okay. Not going to work here anymore anyway.
You haven't been showing up and you get to keep your job.
Actually, I'm being promoted.
Okay, so I'm not gonna sit here and just watch the whole freaking trailer all together. All right, okay, you get the goddamn point. All right, let's move on to the next one. Anyway, to summarize, Office Space is one of those films that is also timeless, and you will notice that for the majority of the trailers we're going to watch now and that I'm going to talk about is that these are timeless movies. These are like rewatchable. You know what I mean? These are things you can pop in, watch again, and go, I didn't see that part, or I forgot that I'd seen that. And yeah. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to the next one. My orange juice. Thank God for Fujimoto. Shout out fire. Here we go. So the next one, the next movie I want to talk about, guys, is once again another classic, The Sixth Sense. Yeah. Let's watch the trailer. This is an M. Night Shyamalan joint. Man, it feels awkward talking about that movie because everybody knows it. And also, everybody knows what the twist is. But you have to remember, once again, I'll keep going back to the thing. M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong. I don't even know how to spell that motherfucker's name. But either way, that was a great movie. M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong. That's what I call him. Spell check. All right. So anyway, back to my point. What I'm trying to say, there were no spoilers. Not in the way that we know it now. So now imagine, once again, I'll tie it back to the whimsy and the experience of having a cinematic experience. You walk in there, you think you're seeing a Bruce Willis joint because he just finished Die Hard with Samuel L. Jackson. Are you watching this? What you doing? Suddenly, the motherfucker was dead the whole time. You walk out of that cinema going, I gotta watch this again. I'm buying the box set. You know, I'm talking too much. I think you get it. Oh, The Fifth Element. Yeah, multi-pass. But The Fifth Element multi-pass, we're going to talk about Luc Besson. There's a whole Luc Besson soliloquy I want to do. That's a future episode. All right. I appreciate you. That's a great idea. Yeah. Okay, so let's watch this trailer and see what's going on. I'm glad you guys seem like you're having a good time, right? Are you having a good time? All right. I'm going to keep doing my thug fizzle. Why do I keep calling it thug fizzle? I ain't from the streets. I'm just a small town boy. Here we go. Let's do this. Let's stop sharing that. There you go. Share this. Stop screen. Thanks, Davey. Appreciate you. Let's watch the Sixth Sense trailer and let's talk about it. There you got Sixth Sense. Here we go. Boom, add to screen.
You know the accident up there?
Yeah.
Someone got hurt.
They did?
A lady. She broke her neck.
Oh my God, but you can see her?
Yes.
Where is she?
Oh, by the way, I just have to make a comment on this. This is a fantastic actress. Ever since The Sixth Sense, she's gone on to make some really good work. She's a really great actress. She's very underrated. I think she should be top tier actress. She's very good.
Standing next to my window.
Oh, nice one, Kevin. So Kevin says Ghost in the Shell is a 1994. Oh, yeah, exactly. Ghost in the Shell is another one of those movies. Cyberpunk. I think I want to actually have a whole cyberpunk segment where we just have banter on cyberpunk because it bleeds into video games and Ghost in the Shell, beautiful film, akin to Akira. Let's watch this.
shaking.
Yeah, Haley Joel Osmeede. Man, how old do you feel when you see Haley Joel Osment as like a 10-year-old? Dude is a chunky motherfucker right now. Great actor also.
Oh, what's wrong?
Did you ever talk to your mom about how things are?
I don't tell her things.
Why not?
Because she doesn't look at me like everybody else, and I don't want her to. I don't want her to know.
Know what?
You will see that there's a common theme around these top tier movies. You know, the common theme here is perception of reality. What is real? You know, the Sixth Sense, Neo, Office Space. Like, who are you? Who are you in this environment? Are you a cog in a machine? Or so there's a heavy drive towards sort of identity stuff. And I think if you look at how we are experiencing the world right now with this identity stuff, am I drawing too much of a conclusion that, you know, there was a identity thing that was happening around this time, where a lot of these culture defining works of art were talking about? Anyway, damn, I gotta take off my UCT hat. I didn't even go to varsity. What the fuck?
I see dead people walking around like regular people.
I don't see anything. Are you sure?
Yeah, I see dead people walking around like regular people. Government. All right, let's keep it moving. I don't want to be I don't want to be too controversial.
Sometimes you feel it inside, like you're falling down real fast. You ever feel the prickly things on the back of your neck?
Yes.
That's them. They get mad. It gets cold.
How often do
Think about it. You're watching this in the mid. You're watching this in the late 2000s. There's no spoilers. You're looking at this Bruce Willis. What's going on? What are you doing? Why are you hanging out with the kid? So yeah, I'm gonna skip over here because we gotta move on quickly. I'm talking to
I don't think that's the way it works.
How do you know for sure?
Is anyone there?
Yeah, thank you very much, Gaby. I'm really hoping that I'm not gonna get demonetized. but yeah, so yes, the twist was such a beautiful thing, and the way it was executed was actually quite awesome. Right, anyway, let's move on from there. So guys, so that's the Sixth Sense, right? And so far, I think through what I've been saying so far, I'm hoping that I'm tying all of these things together. Here we go. So next, trailer number 4 we're gonna watch is another 1999 flippin' classic, and and if I mention it, I think you guys are gonna actually recognize it. Holy crap! Ladies and gentlemen, another YouTube legend, one of my favorite human beings, Joe Emilio. Hey, what up, Joe? Shout out to you, dog. You inspired me to do this. You inspired me to do this, and you know what? Yeah, man, I appreciate you. So Joe, we just basically talking about the cinematic impact of 1999 films, right? So yeah, we're about to watch the trailer to one of my favorite films of all time on most levels, just cinematically, just storytelling, I know philosophically, such a great piece of art. And I really truly believe that cinema is art, right? If you're going to collect the Mona Lisa from the 18-foot sacks, if Mozart is going to be replicated and he's from it's art, and I think cinema is our art as digital. We are the only generation in human existence, whether you like it or not, that have seen the transition between the industrial world, mechanical, into the digital. So our art, cinema, is important. So yeah, Joe. Oh, you bastard! Thank you so much. I did get nuked. Yesterday. I was. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. Thanks for coming up, Joe. There you go. Let me get my shit together here. So the movie is by David Fincher, and David Fincher is one of those visceral artists. He's one of those guys who really knows how. He understands cinematic language, and so he can interpret a complex novel, graphic novel, and he can convert that into a really timeless film. Yeah. So anyway, let's watch the trailer, and we can talk through the significance of it. Here we go. Growing pains. Look at you. Thank you. Thanks, chaps. I appreciate the support. Yeah, this is fun. I'm actually having a good time, guys. I like talking about movies and shit. Yeah. Here we go. So let's Fight Club. Here we go. Let's do this. Okay, so David Fincher, Fight Club. What a film. We'll talk about why this is kind of.
I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
Why? How much can you know about yourself? You've never been in a fight.
There you go.
Wait, let me start earlier.
I mean, already that opening line. I want you. Yeah. Okay. What the fuck? How do you know? But once again, self-reflection. How do you know about yourself? Identity. Who are you? Like, what are you capable? Hit me in the face. You know what I mean? Already, from even the trailer.
Like many of you, I was stuck.
You want me to deprioritize my current reports until you advise of a status upgrade?
Make these your primary action.
Yes, the
I couldn't sleep.
No, you can't die from insomnia.
I'd flip.
So now, one of the big things that this movie addresses is consumerism, right? Once again, it was happening at the time, but kind of still happening now. The fixation on material possessions, competing against an idealized version of other people. You know, on Instagram, you scroll through the Instagrams. Oh man, this person is having a lavish life. Why am I not? You know, once again, this frame actually is pretty accurate. Just exchange this page in the magazine for an Instagram story feed.
Through catalogs and wonder, what kind of dining set defines me as a person? This is your life, and it's ending 1 minute at a time. I prayed for a different life.
Soap. I make and I sell soap.
And this is how I met.
Now, this movie really spoke to a lot of young people. Yeah, young men, specifically. Whoops, specifically. And I'll speak for myself. When I first saw this movie, I didn't understand what it was saying, but also on the other end of it, I understood what it was saying. You know, that battle between that inner battle as a man between your idealized self and your regular self, right? You have this idealized self and your regular self. Your idealized self is super ambitious, strong as a bull, huh? Your idealized self has all the ladies, has all the achievements, but your regular self, you still got to contend. You live in your regular self. So yeah, I hope I didn't spoil the twist at the end of this movie, you old people. But yeah, so this is one of the significant impacts and cultural.
Tyler Durden.
Hey, come on, hit me before I lose my nerve. hit me in the ear.
It was on the tip of everyone's tongue.
Can I be next?
We just gave it a name.
Gentlemen, welcome to Fight Club. The first rule of Fight Club is... Wow, nice.
You do not talk about Fight Club. And so, I think one of the important things about what was being said in this movie is that the danger of the unfettered, unrestricted angst of the masculine. Woo! We say in real life that the barbarians are on the wall. Well, those barbarians are young men, right? So I think, this movie really articulated something about masculinity that's very important that society needs to address. You cannot ignore the core. Yeah, you cannot ignore the core angst of young men. It only takes 10 of them. It only takes 10 of them to organize, and this is what...
Talk about Fight Club.
Is that your blood?
Some of it, yeah. After Fight Club, we all started seeing things differently.
You're gonna have to keep me up all night.
And she ruined everything.
You're not into her, are you?
No, God.
All right, let me read the comments here. I see a lot of interaction here. Thank you guys for interacting. I appreciate this. Leon Le Professionnel, 1044. I want you to hit me as hard as you can. So, yes, right? Collective Soul. That's another, once again, just back to my point, cultural influence and significance. There you go. There you go. So Kevin says, Leon the Professional, one of my favorite films ever. Jean Reno, great actor, weird accent, but when you see a Jean Reno movie, you know what you're gonna get, and it's usually pretty good. Yeah. So, okay, cool. So, Fight Club. Thank you for interacting. Let's move on. I think this is the second last trailer we're gonna watch, and so far we're having a good time. 53 minutes. Cool. This is all right. Cool. There we go. Let's continue.
Not at all.
We've all been raised on television to believe that one day we'd all be millionaires and movie gods and rock stars, but we won't.
We had a plan. To what purpose? In Tyler we trusted.
I gotta take Fight Club.
Once again, guys, if you look at the list, a lot of those movies have major twists at the end, right? So that was kind of the trend, sort of a rug pull from reality, and it was a beautiful thing to experience.
Up a notch. Each one of you has a homework assignment. You're gonna start a fight with a total stranger.
That's not necessary.
And you're gonna lose.
That hurt.
You were looking for a way to change.
This whole shit inspired an entire generation of guys going to the gym because they wanted the Brad Pitt body in this movie. Just stating facts. Guilty as charged.
Change your life. You got it.
I'm stopping this.
It's already done, so shut up.
What kind of sick game are you playing? Oh my god.
Yeah. So another thing that I don't know why I'm yelling. Am I yelling? Let me tone down my bullshit over here. Another thing I want to point out about these films is that funny, you know?
Too much. In the end, you will thank me.
Wow! You can fight anyone.
Yeah, what a good time. You know what? I think I'm gonna get I'm gonna get flagged because of that music. Holy shit. Okay, you know what? Enough Fight Club. You get the point, guys. You get the point. Yeah, it is a great track. It is a great track, dude. Holy crap. Yeah. I don't want to get flagged for that shit, dude. So yeah. Okay, so let me check my notes here quickly. So you guys, I want to ask you a favor. This is my first time doing this shit, right? So what I want to do is I want to expand on this. I kind of want to tie in cinema, pop culture, shit like that, and add commentary. And yeah. So you guys in the comments, I got this. I'm on the Mock Rock Discord. I also got my own Discord over there, guys. If you don't mind joining the Upper Room Discord, thank you. It would be appreciated if you joined me at the Upper Room. You're not gonna regret it. It's great. It's good. Yeah. So if you could join me, and look, I've been trying for freaking half a fucking decade to get this thing going, but here I am. Do it. Anyway, so thanks, guys. Yeah. Diversity is our strength. Oh. All right, so let me get focused. Here we go. The last trailer, the last one. Trust me on this one. Did I get? I think I went through all of them. I think I went through all of them. Yeah, great. Ooh, surprise, motherfucker. Yeah. So basically, what I wanted to summarize, it's an hour. So let me land this plane. Zwing. What I wanted to say is that cinema is actually quite important, at least to me, and pop culture at large. A great philosopher once said, culture is downstream from politics, I think. Breitbart. The motherfucker was not wrong. He's not wrong about that. And so, if you look through history, anybody who studies history or reads history, you hear about the ancient Romans, the Egyptians, the Han Chinese. You will know that a reflection of that culture is usually reflected in the art. So if you look at their art at that period of time, or whatever period of time, you will get a good assessment and judgment of how the people are doing, the regular motherfuckers. And so this is why I love cinema, and good cinema is great cinema. Shitty cinema is notable. We've gone through a period of time where, man, shit is whack. There's a lot of whack shit going on. Come on. I'm sorry. I went old man over there. Let me calm down. Let me. So what I'm suggesting, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who have, slurring. For those of you who have kids, may I say something from Uncle Pete? I don't have kids myself. Would love to one day. May I say something? They are only going to get one chance, or maybe a couple of chances, to be wonderfied by cinema. You want to make it a really important movie, show. I know we in the social media realm, but human storytelling is timeless. So you would want them to have a good time and good lessons and solid teachings, a reflection of the human experience, the human psyche. All right, enough of that soliloquy. All right, so here's the thing, guys. You guys are in the comments. Do you have questions? I think I've run out of shit to talk to you guys about. But if you have questions, man, let's hang out. Let me re-up, and yeah, here we go. So I know that the Mr. Mork, you have questions, big dog. I'll let you, man. So yeah, but in the meanwhile, what I want to show you guys is, maybe one final trailer. As we talk. Here we go. Let me do this. What streaming software am I using, my mans? I'm using StreamYard, dude. I can't do OBS. I'm already I'm using StreamYard. I'm already a procrastinator, so I don't want to give myself a chance to I got to figure this out. I can do shit like this. You're out of order. You're out of order. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah. So it's really nice. It's useful. It's yeah. Try it out, man. I think you should move on. You should move on to StreamYard more. You get a lot out the box. All right. That's great. Great question. What's going on over here? What streaming software am I using? One of 44 says, if you run out of shit to talk about, just talk shit. You don't gotta tell me twice. I got you. Yeah, I can talk shit. Debbie, by the way, I appreciate you, Deb. We've never met in person, but I feel as though I know you. But yeah, thanks for joining up. Thanks for the support. Maybe I'll take a moment just to talk about procrastination for a while. Procrastination. Let me do this. All right. Just 2 cents on procrastination, because it's been years since I conceptualized starting a live show, and I'm a regular member on a lot of my friends' live shows, but I've never actually started one. There was always some freaking excuse. And this is why I've called myself the chief procrastinator, in case you were wondering what that meant. Yeah, so excuses, you know what I mean, right? You can always find yeah, you're right, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong calling me out, but you know what, here I am, motherfucker. But you're right. And so one of the I got a personality flaw that I've been trying to address for a long time. Procrastinating on my creative endeavors. I focus so much on my regular work, and I often find excuses not to do the creative stuff. So but with the encouragement of my good friends such as the Mork Rock and Joe and Gavin and all you guys in the chat, thank you so much. I appreciate this. Man, can you join me on my Discord? Holla at your boy. Come on now. I'm trying to get this thing popping. Huh? Yeah, so procrastination is a thing, and yeah. Coping mechanisms. Okay, so I've gone on for an hour. I don't know how long I can sustain this, but yeah. But thanks so much for joining me, all 3 of you. But yeah, thanks very much. Any other questions? Thumbs up in the comments. We do have time for one more trailer. Oh yeah, more. I'll share the link in the channel. Actually, I got to figure out how to do that. Yeah, I'm new school, but I'll send you a link in your channel, if you don't mind. And also, thank you. Shout out. Can we watch one more trailer? Pardon us. Pardon the glasses. Let's watch one more trailer. I think Kevin is trying to push that AI. Let's go. All right. Here's another trailer that I think you guys would actually appreciate. Another great movie from exactly. I can't not do it, Mork. Do it. I can't not do it. Do it. I have to do the impression. That's another classic, by the way. That's another
Morning,
classic movie.
Jim.
Morning, Carolyn.
I love your tie, that color.
Hey, by the way, can we have a closer look at this image? Knowing what we know now. Kevin Spacey. Dude is a great actor. Dude is a fantastic actor.
Nice going, Dad.
Ricky?
Yeah, here we go. Oh, hey. Christina Ricci. Look, Christina Ricci. Anyway. Once again, yes, Debbie, this is another popcorn movie. It's one of those movies where, how do you market a movie like this? Today, like, if you were to sell American Beauty, the movie, how would you put it on Netflix? Like, yeah. What is it about? A paper bag in the wind?
I mean, Dad.
That's right. It's a hell of a lot of red flags. It should have. Yeah. There you go. Oh, by the way, Chantal, you're correct. Mina Suvari. Great actress, by the way. Once again, Mina Suvari. She was a tentpole in a lot of those movies around that time. Yeah. But you're right. A lot of red flags. Let's do this.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Whoa, hey, let's not. Oh, you know what? Let me do this. You guys, I barely have like 20 followers on my YouTube channel, and I already have a content warning. I think because I was playing music, so now I'm a little bit apprehensive. Mork, could you give me some advice on how to deal with this shit? Like, I kind of want to talk about trailers, but if the goddamn shits have music in it, what am I going to do? What's a boy to do? There you go. I'm having too much of a good time.
Having everyone write out a job description. That way management can assess who's valuable.
All right, let me rather do this.
You are so busted. I love shooting this gun.
And by the way, Annette Bening in this was a fantastic douchebag of a wife. She was so awesome. You almost loved to hate her. Why are you? Yeah, she was really good. And that's another thing about a really fantastic actress who takes risks and does not care about being likable, but cares more about being more truthful. Those actresses are usually the best. I don't know if I can say the same about these new school actresses. Okay. You have your opinion. Okay.
So busted. I love shooting this gun.
Sometimes there's...
Yeah, it's a great movie. Okay. All right, folks. I'm running out of steam here, folks. Okay, here we go. Let's look at the comments real quick. Bruce, okay, let's go. Let's read the comments. Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. Thanks for coming through, JB. I appreciate you. Yeah, I plan on the next one. I have a list of things I kind of want to banter about, but yeah. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate that. 1044 says, interesting. Hey, yeah, I know that song. I know that song. Yeah, how do you justify that? Don't tweet that. Don't tweet that. Oh, Kevin Spacey. Yeah, I do believe that he was acquitted. I don't know. I could be wrong on that, but you know, I want to throw the man under the bridge if he's not guilty under the thingy or the law. He probably was a little handsy. I get it, but you know, Hollywood is murky. It always has been murky. Ugh. But his art is undeniable. Undeniable. All right, Mork Rock. Content copyright. He says, oh, Mork, okay, there you go. Don't worry about the content right claims now. Wait until you are monetized. Okay, sweet. All right, cool. You know, dust off my shoulders. All right, cool. I'll keep doing my third fizzle. Oh yeah, Chantal. Ooh, Halloween movies. Yeah, that's actually a great idea because there are a couple of Halloween horror thingies that we could actually talk about. Yeah, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. Oh yeah, 144. His arm gay defense was a bit vague. No. He was surgical with that shit. He was waiting to play that card. He phoned his agent. Hey man, the cops are coming. Just let them know that. Just let them know that I'm a bit batty. All right. So ridiculous. I'm so glad that we are, as a species, we are beginning to transition away from that fuckery. It's gonna be slow. It's gonna be long, but enough. Oh my god. Yeah. Guys, I've been streaming for what? An hour, 15 minutes. I have some biological concerns, but this has been fun. Learning experience. But before I dip, I want to show you guys this. Just to let you know that I'm a true believer. Yeah. You know, when I say that I'm for real about cinema, this is how real I am. Let me get some orange juice. Here we go. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, shit. Oh, there we go. That's it. This is my Blade DVD box set. It's a bit beaten up, but we'll do an entire episode just on Blade, right? Just the series. The cinematic impact, why it's fun and all of that. And then my pièce résistance. Of course, you gotta have the Matrix box set. Here we go. Right? All of it. Of course, I don't have a freaking DVD player, but it's here. That's my collection. I see a comment from 1044. Steven Seagal. Look, dude. So here's the thing. What I want to do is go through 1980s and 1990s action schlock, right? All the badasses. You know, we talk about Jean-Claude Van Damme. We talk about Dolph Lundgren. We're talking about Steven Seagal, Bruce Lee, all of those guys from that era of time. Yeah. So yeah, that's a great show idea. I'm gonna add that to my AI thingy. Chantal asks, Gaming console. I don't have a gaming console. I'm a PC gamer. Always have been, always have been. Don't give me a PlayStation. Look, I'm not mad. I know, Whistler is a fundi over there, but I've always been a PC gamer. I actually started off building my own computers. Yeah, I'm a fucking nerd. I'm a fucking nerd, and this is why I love stuff like The Matrix. Build my own computer. Let's do it. But yeah, cool. Speaking of Kung Fu 1044, I think you would love the Kung Fu Hustle. Kung Fu Hustle. That's another show that's another movie that has legs. Anyway, yeah, that's a lot. Talking a lot. Yeah, Mook. Yeah, exactly. Classics. All right. Oh shit. Okay, so Chantal says we use our PS4. Oh yeah. You know what? I wasn't being entirely honest with you, Chantal. I do have a DVD drive in my computer. I just don't have the cable to plug it into my motherboard, and I couldn't be asked. As long as I have my shit. Yeah, Kung Pao, hilarious. Another classic. You know what? I'm thinking, 1044. You sound like a cinematic motherfucker. Huh? You keep quoting the classics. All right, cool. I see you. All right. Let's see. Let's see what's going on over here. Let's see what else is up here. Yeah, thanks guys. If you can leave a like, subscribe, blah blah blah, fish paste, all of this stuff. I'm going to square it up. One of the plans that I want to do with you guys is to make this a lot more interactive. If I do want to start a leaderboard, I want to start a recommended watch list. So if you recommend for people to watch a movie, I want people to comment on it, and then every once in a while we see, oh, what did you see this week? How was it? Let's talk shit. Let's talk cat. All right. Okay, you know what? There we go. You got more comments here. 1044. Here you go. Not really, just old enough. See, yeah. You're gonna play that card, huh? You're gonna play that old man. Huh? I'm getting too old for this shit. I've been around, I've seen some shit. Okay. Relax, uncle. Relax. Pipe down. Make sure you drink your heart attack mids, unk. Chill out. Don't put too much salt in your goddamn chicken wings. All right, cool. Look, guys, let me wrap this up. 1044. Thank you so much. I really hope that I've stated my case. I really hope that I've made my point. I think cinema is important. It's art, and I also think that if you're smart enough, you look at cinema, you will get a good, a relatively crystal idea of how humanity is doing, how civilization is going. It's in our art. It's downstream from politics. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Get the fuck out of here. This is fun. Cheers. Deuces, baby.